Hello.
Hi, everybody. It's like, you're on.
Time to film. Today is Friday, June 28th. I'm Roberta.
I'm Linnie.
And we are
the SABLE Stitchers.
If you're new here, welcome. SABLE is an acronym for Stash Accumulated Beyond Life Expectancy. This is a channel mostly about cross-stitch and maybe some other kind of needlework kind of adventures. And we're just so glad that you're joining us today. And we're excited to chat with you.
I know. Thank you so much for all the comments. I worked real hard. You know, we all did, trying to get answered. And I read every one of them. And I just appreciate all your comments and conversations and happy anniversaries and birthdays and all the good stuff that's happening in your life. And so thank you for sharing all those things.
Yes, I'm still working my way through the comments. So
Roberta's been really busy.
It's been a busy couple of weeks, but we usually, just want to mention we really appreciate your spending time with us. And we hope if you like what you see that you'll hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so we can keep in touch with you. Because we like to get to know you. So we usually start with a little bit of a life update. So
I don't have too much. Mason, my oldest grandson, had orientation at K-State this last week, and so he was on campus, and they took him on a tour, and he has met his roommate, and all Sarah said was, bring out your checkbook, and she just wrote checks all day long. So anyway, won't be long. He moves in.
Big step.
I know. August 18th, or no, wow. Maybe it's before August 8th, maybe. Anyway, that they move in. So I have to tell a funny story, though. He got some Amazon gift cards for a graduation present, and his mom took some of the cards and got some things that he would need for his dorm that he knew that he needed for the dorm. So she got him a dustbuster. And she says, oh, he's in for a reality check for sure. And he says, you spent my Amazon money on a dustbuster? And she says, well, Mason, you're going to have this fuzzy blanket, and you got this fuzzy rug, and you guys are going to walk in with mud on your shoes. Where do you think all this dust is going to go? And he says, well, just get a broom. And she says, well, where did the brooms live? You know, it's like you have to have something to clean. So she says, I think come Christmas time he's going to ask for pots and pans. And he says, then if he starts asking for pots and pans, we know he's a grown up. So anyway,
oh, that's fun. That's a big thing heading there for when your first one heads off to college. I remember thinking, okay, to my son, well, you don't have to call me every day, but feel free to call me every couple of days. The same thing. I didn't hear from him until he needed something. He needed something. So yes, so it was it was a big shock for Mom.
I think it's a big shock for Mimi too, because I'm just not used to having him not available. Yeah. And then just had some time with Luke, and he's they're all getting ready to start football. So they're up at 6 o'clock in the morning with weights, and then they go to football practice. So they should
do football practice first.
You would think
so hot.
You would think.
Oh my gosh, it's so hot.
I know it's hot everywhere, but our humidity along with the heat is just. But we had a little bit of a break yesterday, I think, just because the humidity wasn't so bad. But anyway, just pray for East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, everybody. Just take care of yourselves. Drink lots of water. My older kids got to go to Italy, so I got to hear all their fun tours and anecdotes, and so they had a great time. And then my younger kids are getting ready to go on a cruise. So the little ones have never. Laura and Levi went on one for a honeymoon, but they have never taken the kids, and. So they're really excited. They got lots of excursions planned and activities and going to a private island and all kinds of stuff. So they're going to the Caribbean. And that'll be nice. That'll be fun. Mimi and Papa hang out at the pool and we'll watch the dogs. So that's our big adventure.
Well,
so, how about you?
That's really fortunate for them to have you to watch the pets.
Oh, yeah.
Because That's just always a big thing.
We had our, I mean, not that I wouldn't like to travel, but, you know, we got to do so much earlier. So we were married a long time before we had kids, so we kind of did a lot of our fun stuff when our bodies could take skiing and
Yes, I know.
water skiing, snow skiing. Anyway, but I just like to sit and stitch now.
Yeah.
How about you with the new grandbabies?
We did a family trip to Portland, Oregon. Not just this past week, but the week before. It was right after we filmed. We left, and so my husband's niece was getting married, and so we both our sons came and their families, and we rented a house together, actually in Vancouver, Washington, and we ended up flying out. We flew through Denver, and we flew out with my daughter-in-law and Clara and Alice, which worked out really well. And then my son drove out with all the baby stuff because you need all the baby equipment. And he likes those kinds of drives. So
good for him. Because I don't.
Yeah. So that worked out really well. Alice was such a little angel. She slept on the flight on the way out and on the way back. She's just so happy, and yeah, she was just a little joy. And so we went out there.
How did Clara do on the plane?
Clara did well. she had her little, I forget what
like
little
devices,
and so she was pretty intent. And then coming back, Pop sat in the row behind us, and so she was looking at him, and he was sitting with two other guys that have grandkids, so you know they were all comparing little Pop notes or whatever.
Little entertainment.
So, but we got out there a little early, and so before the wedding, my husband and I had the opportunity to visit some wineries in the Willamette Valley with his sister and her husband and a couple of their niece and nephew, and I had no idea there's like over 1,000 wineries there. And it was just so much fun to visit the wineries. And the one that we also stayed in a B&B there the first night, and we visited one on our own. And that one had a really interesting story where there was a younger guy who started this winery and, you know, got it up and running. And then tragically he died of a sudden illness in September, and October is the month you harvest the grapes. And so he was gonna pass it down to his son, who was just a child at the time, but all the surrounding wineries got together and they sent over their workers. They spared workers to help them bring in the harvest. So they didn't lose out on the harvest and helped the winery keep running. And then I think his sister stepped in and took it over until the son could run it. But I mean, that was just a really cool story to hear, what a community and how
you just think about when people's barns burn down, or, that everybody the community comes and helps them rebuild it. And
so I love stories like that. And then I I like white wine. I should have big white wine drinker. Really big.
I know.
But I have a new appreciation for Pinot. What is it?
Pinot Grigio?
Pinot Grigio and Riesling. They had Riesling, so I got a couple of bottles of like the medium Riesling because my daughter-in-law is from the area in Germany where they do bottle a lot of Riesling. So,
speaking of wine, there is a good Pinot Grigio by Black Box called Brilliant.
Oh, okay.
So, just happen to know that.
Oh, okay. It's good things to know. And so it was the wedding itself was really interesting. The family got together on Wednesday night because the groom's mother is from Guam, and they have like a tradition, and I can't remember what it's called, where the families get together and meet ahead of time. So we all got together and did that, and they were just so hospitable. They brought in, had little things for all of us to take home, little bags of cookies.
How nice. I
they
love
had
the diversity.
Like coconut hand cream. They had little jars of homemade hot sauce that they made. And then they did a big presentation where they brought out this chest and the traditional thing where the groom presents it to the bride, and it's, you know, stuff to help them, you know, set up housekeeping or whatever. So that was really interesting. I didn't look to see if there was a dustbuster in the chest, but I think it was other kind of things. But and the wedding was outdoors, and it was in a pear orchard. They had beautiful gardens all around, and they grew all the flowers that they had on the tables. I think that they used in the bouquets, and there was a you could see Mount Hood in the you know, background. But it was 90s. It was the 90s, and when the wedding took place, it was all sunshine. They gave us umbrellas. We had fans. They had those little water squirter things, you know, the kids could go through to stay cool and stuff. And it was interesting because the groom's father is a justice of the peace in Singapore, and also, like, it's called a solemnizer of weddings, or so he did the ceremony. He did the wedding ceremony, and they wrote really touching notes to each other. So it was just really
nice.
It was really fun. And then, well, and you know, when the sun went down, it cooled off, and so it was really pleasant. And you know, they had it was a canopy, or what would you call it? Like a pavilion. It was an open pavilion where we ate, and then they had the dancing. And boy, Claire went to town on dancing.
Those little kids are so cute at weddings.
She was just the little dancing queen, so she had just such a great time. But
Mamma mia!
Yeah, and Kristen, you know, AJ and Kristen were getting lots of comments from people about how much she liked
I bet
to
she's
dance.
on. They have a videographer or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I know they had there was a, you know, they had someone doing photos. I don't know about videos or not, but anyway.
But to see that at a later date when she's older.
I know it was,
that's cute.
but they were good. Well, Enzo didn't get why he had to be dressed up in that heat, so he was a little miserable until it cooled off. But otherwise, he was really good. And so Sunday, I'm going back out to California because daycare is closed next week, and my son and daughter-in-law have to work. So they said, "Well, could you?" I'm like, "Well,
sure,
that's what
those are for.
Frequent flame points are for." So yeah, I'm gonna go out for a few days and watch them. So
Florida,
that they can
we went to Florida, and I thought, I'm going to take these babies to the beach every day, which we did once, and their little diapers were so full of sand, and I'm just holding them under that shower, because I thought, this would be easy, you know. We got the umbrella and all that kind of stuff, but the sand Grant sat in the sand, but anyway, it was so funny. I'm just holding this naked baby with my hands, and you know, trying to shake the sand off.
Yeah, no, we'll just probably walk around the complex, and they have a little playground there, and you know, play there, and you know, he's a really happy little guy.
Well, it's nicer weather out there, isn't it?
I think you know, I think it is.
I think it's a little.
Well, I
don't
mean,
know.
even though it was like early or low 90s for the wedding, it's not as humid as here, so it was somewhat more bearable. I mean, being out in the sun was hot, but
my sister, I know we need to get to stitching, but my sister-in-law's coming in from Arizona, and I told her, I said, "Oh, Kathy, it's so hot," and she says, "Oh, well, it's 117 out here." But their humidity is like 12%, so it's not going to be the same.
A little more bearable.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and one other thing, I have to mention this. Today's my husband's last day of work as an employee, so he's going to continue on for the next few months in a more limited basis, but he's finally easing into retirement. And
now you two can have a husband that stays home all day long.
It's all good, right? Oh, anyway, I mean, so we've been doing all that, meeting with people to figure out what Medicare plan to do. So it's been a busy couple of weeks. So it'll be good. It'll be fun. I have garden projects if he's bored.
I'm going to teach him how to thread a needle one of these days.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we get started?
All right.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Well, first of all, why should you stop at green Or when should you stop at green and go at red?
I don't know.
Eating a juicy watermelon.
Okay.
Don't get to the green stuff. Okay. All right. Book of days.
Book of days. I spent yesterday just stickering up because it looked so sad.
Aww.
I've been stitching almost every day. It's just...
Look at you. Yeah, you got stitches on there.
I have sad stories, though, about stitching, so...
Well, I went ahead and finished out my flag month. Yay, Flag Day, because I thought it was July. So, but I got started a little bit on July, just to sticker it out. So I had a few leftover flags. So I'll do some more later. Okay. I did count. So far for the year, I have 29 starts and I have 17 finishes. Some of those are from whips past. A lot of them are brand new ones because I couldn't wait to get started on them. So, and some of them that are just kind of sitting, waiting for me to come back because I want to start all things. Okay.
Lots of pretty stuff. Lots of stuff to be excited about, so...
I know. I sit down, I start on something, and I go, I want to start something new. So I'm in the process of really cleaning up my... I think I say that every time. Organizing my... But I got a new table and a new desk, and I am going through every single thing. I think I've gone through a sack of trash, and mostly sack of trash. But now I get into the nitty-gritty as far as donate, keep, things like that. So anyway, it's kind of fun, but I came across a few things that I had worked on. I'm not sure if I shared with you or not, so I'll say that one for a little bit. I did find this one. This was
that's cute.
A little one I did in the spring. I don't think I showed you, but it was from Primrose Cottage, and I think it was a pattern. I can't think of the name of the pattern, but I think it had 3 or 2 other patterns along with it, because I did the birdhouse, but I don't remember what the third one was, but I do know it's Primrose. And I brought out my Santas. I've been really working on them. I may have showed you these, but for those, I'm trying to have enough to where I can make a quilt by the end of the year, so I need 12 blocks. So
Cute.
I got that one.
So these are our Prairie Schoolers.
These are all Prairie Schoolers. These are the ones that came from the cards.
And all nicely ironed.
All nicely ironed. And this one. And then this one. And then I've got one I'm working on. I'll show you in my whips. Okay. And then I did finish was it October House? Mm-hmm. Yeah, October House.
I've seen a lot of people doing this.
The Grand Old Flag. That was a fun one. But you just kept thinking you were stitching and stitching and stitching and stitching.
Those are long stripes, but that'll be a cute pillow.
And it's not variegated. It's actually 3 different colors of red.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of fun. And again,
the cat decided to eat her dry food.
I'm not sure if I showed you this one either, but it was in my pile. So that was Not Forgotten Farms. Ah, 'tis spring. I think I was almost finished with her. So anyway, those are my finishes.
And you have those little pillows.
Yeah, I was going to, this was something a little, I was going to talk to you a little bit about Lori Holt's quarterly Stitch Quarterly. They come like this, and you get 4 in a package.
Are they a theme then? Are they the certain theme every time, or is it seasonal? Or
I bought. I brought my box.
Oh, I thought it's the Glimmer Star. Okay.
So, and they come every quarter.
So do you get that box when you subscribe?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
that's okay.
Like this one was their spring one.
Okay, so that is
so they do a very. And this was their winter one.
You want to say hi?
And then, you just get 4 cards. And they're really nice. nice and, you know, nice and colorful. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
I'll work for that. Pepper says hi. She's
oh,
over
hi,
here.
Pepper.
So.
Hi, Pepper. Hi.
She's grown.
She's got such a sweet face. But, you know, I was thinking about, we got quite a few comments, new people that had just joined us, and they were new to stitching, and I thought, there's some really nice things to stitch out there to get practicing with your needle and thread, and they make such sweet little, is that upside down? No. Such a sweet, like, this one came out of a crow, or out of a crow. Yeah, it is a crow. Out of a fall theme, and I think it had the pumpkin, the crow, and then
very cute.
The pumpkin, and then a maple leaf, and then this was one of their. Oh, I made it a little bit bigger, an acorn.
Oh, that's cute.
Put some fabric on the side of it.
Yeah, it says these are only 38 by 38, so that's not very big at all.
It's not very big. This was out of one of their little winter ones.
Her colors are just so cute.
Anyway, I just thought it was a neat idea to...
That's a great idea.
If you didn't, if you want to make a little ornaments, I mean, they've got Christmas ones, and you can go back and buy any of her quarterlies that have already gone by. And you can join the club. It's not very expensive. And then every quarter you get a new... So we're on U, I think. Yeah, set U. So they started at A. And so they said they have ideas for us to continue going. So I'm really excited. But I wanted to share that with you because, some of us, we love samplers. Some of us don't do samplers very well. But I just thought this was great. Try these. And I think you'll find so much enjoyment in stitching. And, and they're done. And get them finished. Put them in a little dough bowl. And you can have lots of little... I do. These are just some that I brought, but they're just so fun to stitch. You can stitch them.
Yeah, your dough bowl, or if you have one of those tiered trays, those would be good little fillers for those. Or just in any little display, tuck them in somewhere.
So I wanted to share that with you, that I don't know, anyway, I haven't talked about them before, but I sure love them. I haven't done all of them, but someday I will. Okay.
I just have my whips then. So.
Okay. So whips. We'll save that for later.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so
you show your whips.
Usually when I'm flying or at the airport, I get to do a lot of stitching, but with hanging out, with my granddaughters and stuff, I didn't want to be doing anything with a needle and. Like I had to help Clara go to the bathroom during one of the flights. So didn't get much stitching in. And then when we were at the house, got a little bit in, but not too much. But I did pull out, this is what I took with me. I took one thing with me, and it was American Welcome. And I had big plans for getting a lot done. And this is what I got done. And the reason is, as I started stitching on it, I did the words. And then I lined up this star with the words and realized my stuff was off here. And I think I had realized that one of those leaves was off and thought I could fudge it, and I just couldn't figure out how to fudge it. So I had to go back and rip out all the leaves. I still have, and so all those leaves I think I had to take out.
Oh, no.
And I still have one more to add here. And then I started going down here and doing the outline of the house down there. So that was, I don't know how long ago. So it was not a recent mistake. That was something that happened a while ago. But I'm finally at the point where I can move forward again.
Oh, good. Oh, there's nothing worse than...
Well, that wasn't the only one, as you will see. So that's why, it's frustrating when you don't have a lot of stitching time to have to spend
all the time pulling it out.
Unstitching things. And this is on... 36 count old Amana, dyed by Michelle from Farm Girl Dry Goods, and it's with all of the called for floss. And this was something that we got at the Farm Girl retreat last spring.
Are gorgeous.
Spring of 2023.
It's going to be really pretty.
It will be. But hopefully I can just continue moving forward now.
Okay. Speaking of our Prairie School Santas, this is what I keep it in. And I love this bag. It came from Creative Carol. And it's got Mr. and Mrs. Claus on it, so it's got a couples on it. And I have them attached to my inside.
That's a good idea.
And this bag is awesome. It's got a zipper pocket there with a candy cane that I can take bites off. And then a thread bed.
I love thread beds.
And then another zipper pocket on this side. So, and then the thread bed's in the middle. So I just keep I pulled all my flosses for my Santas, and then I just keep adding to them as I run out of them. So, this is the next Santa I'm working on. I think I showed this before, but I'm kind of put it aside for a while, and now I'm ready to pick them back up again. So this is all I got done. And then I have to tell myself, what's the up and what's the down? It's this way. So that's supposed to be his head, and that starts his body and his sack of toys. So, except I think he's got snowflakes. He's got snowflakes coming out of it. So, anyway, I'm excited to get back to these again. That's a comfort stitch. I think Prairie Schoolers is a comfort stitch. So, that's one of my whips.
So for the 25th of the month, I pulled out Peace on Earth.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
And I was working on this when we were at the Farm Girl Retreat with Kimberly Nugent was the designer. And so I picked it up and I was going to another page and I thought, okay, I'm going to get the bricks. I'm going to make some progress, get all the windows and the doors filled in and make progress on the bricks. And I'm working on the bricks and thinking, this is not right. Why is this kind of running into the door? And I realized I missed a whole row of windows here.
Oh, no.
Mine's like a 2-story. This is a 3-story house.
Oh, so it's
kind of more of a townhouse. And I tried to think, well, I mean, I would do the proportions on the house don't look bad.
It doesn't look like it.
No, and I thought, could I fudge and maybe just do 2, count it out and figured out I could eliminate one of the rows of those little stocking trees. I don't think it would look right. So I had this row with the house, the outline and the windows all completed. And let's see, the windows will line up, I guess.
Doesn't that make you mad?
Yeah, I have to pull out the 2 doors in that middle window. So that's the other one I spent a lot of time unstitching.
Bummer.
I know. This month of all.
Yes.
All of them are these 2 weeks, but I'm almost, so I have to pull out the other door and then I can move forward.
Oh, but it looks so pretty.
I tried to do the thing about, what Jean Lean says about always forward. But no, I've invested so much time into this. If I went on and did those stocking trees and that didn't look good,
then you give it away. Then you wind up not doing it.
No, well, I'm not going to display it. So, yeah, I want to enjoy it. So anything, I keep thinking that old saying, anything worth doing is worth doing right.
Well, I got a me present. So this was by Sherry. So sweet. Isn't that wonderful. The cutest bag? And it did come with a thread bed.
That's beautiful workmanship.
It's so cute. I was so excited. I saw it on Etsy. And I was just so excited when I saw it because I thought, that can't be available. And sure shooting. So
her colors are great.
That's just great.
Patterns are great.
And and it's a bigger size. So I haven't put I thought about putting all my strawberry patterns in here. And that way, in my organization, then I can pull this out and say, okay, this is my strawberry bag because it's so nice and big. But right now, it just houses, I printed this off last time I showed you from Needlebook Treasures of the strawberry. I think it's supposed to be a needle book, but I'm not going to make it as neat a book. But I haven't got very much done on it. I mean, I really haven't got much done on it. And again, I think...
Or is that here?
Yeah. So it goes like this. And then it's got, multiple strawberries on it and leaves. But it's going to be really cute. But I made quite a few mistakes on this one.
Oh.
And so this is, after taking my stuff out, this is where I got. So,
are these all different shades of green?
Yes.
Or is it variegated? Oh,
just,
well, yeah, that would be
so, and,
tricky.
And I got off and I go, well, that strawberry leaf doesn't match that. So anyway, it was just, again, I was having a little bit trouble with my eyes. And again, I have to put this 30, I cannot do this 36 right now. I need to take a break. So that's why I'm going to work on my Santas. Okay, so that was one of my whips.
I'm going to do another. I only have one more.
Okay. I worked a little bit on Blackbird America. So again, I had a little trouble with the... Well, I shouldn't say I had trouble with the stitching. I had trouble with the colors because this is an old...
No.
And so I doubt you... Well, maybe you can. There's kind of a shading in between the reds.
Oh, yeah.
The dark red and the... In the same way with the blues. I didn't have any trouble with the blues, but I had trouble with the reds. The shaded area for the red looked like the same color as the flag. So I kind of went into my stash and I pulled...
Because stylots have changed or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's an older... So this is what I didn't iron this, but this is what I got. I mean, I got quite a bit done. I went ahead and worked on down for the border before I went back to the flag as I played around with it. And I came up with clay pot. These are the colors, and they're just DMCs, but I used clay pot, and I did I get anything? Yeah, I got just...
Okay, yeah, that's definitely different.
Don't you think that looks...
I think it looks really close to what it is in the photo.
So I just did just a little bit of to see how it looked. And I think I like it, so I think I'm going to continue with that. But again, this border is just... Oh, I just love the borders. And then the border on the other side is different. So,
and there's a quilted version of this too, and I just saw that Elle Swick on Instagram is working on the quilted version.
So, yeah. And again, I haven't started these, but so I can't. But I just have them in the bag. Primitive stitch, and I just love that crow and freedom. Don't think I'll get it done this year, but this year is fun to look at them. Another one, the Star Stripes. Stars, Stripes, and Strawberries. I think it had Linnie underneath it, so I just knew I had to buy it. Okay.
The last thing I worked on, I just decided, felt like working on Blackbird Designs Humming of the Bees. I had started this on New Year's Eve.
Oh, I forgot to say, this was done on vintage smoky white 28 count, so it's a little bit easier for right now.
And I just worked on this a couple of evenings after coming in from the garden, or before I went out and worked in the garden. I usually work first thing in the morning and last thing at night.
Oh, how's the heat doing with the garden?
Well, I'm trying to keep things watered, but yeah. Some of my things, I don't know if they got over or underwatered when we were gone. I tried to group all my pots together, and some are not looking good. And then a couple of my cloches blew off or came off, and I had just planted 2 hostas before we left, or a couple weeks before we left. The rabbits ate it all down. I have just 2 tiny little leaves like that big left, so I'm hoping it'll come back. I'm put the cloche back on it, but yeah, they are just voracious
Maybe I need
little
to
things.
Catch that black snake we have in our backyard.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring Pippa over.
Oh, Pippa eat the black snake.
But yeah,
she loves. Oh, now she's in the June bugs. Oh my gosh. I had to actually open her mouth. A June bug had stuck to the roof of her mouth, and she was trying to, like taking her paws and.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh, I had to pull this June bug out of her mouth. It was so.
I know
gross.
my in-laws' chickens like June bugs. They would eat them and go they make little happy little chicken sounds. But anyway, this is on 40 count Duxbury with the called for colors, and the cat pulled my Duxbury tag off, so I need to write it in the marsh. So she's just been a little stinker, but I love this.
Those pets are stinkers.
So excited. Yeah.
But we love them to death.
Oh, I saw the rabbit in the backyard, and I was like crazy old lady out there chasing the rabbits.
Well, I think
and it just goes so far, and it stops. It doesn't
sit there and stare at you like nah. So, but we were all talking about people's gardens that they do not have any rabbits in their gardens this year in our neighborhood, and I think it's because we have these black snakes. We have an overabundance of black snakes, but
could be.
And we don't have any mice either. Okay, I worked on Americana Blue. I love this one. So, I worked on a little bit of the alphabet and just going down a little bit. So I got the M and the O and a little bit of the underneath part and whatever that is. I think that's a Y. I don't know what it is. Anyway. Oh, I love it. So I'm hoping to get this done.
Someone wanted to know what blue you were using.
I am using...
Isn't that denim?
Blue suede? No. Blue jeans.
Blue jeans. Well, that's denim. Made of denim.
Blue jeans, denim, same thing. So yeah. And I didn't think I was going to like it because it looked so light, but as more I'm working on it, I like it. Yeah, it's blue jeans. And this too is on a smaller count, and I didn't have any trouble with this one, so it must be a different. This is the one that I ironed off the tag. I used friction pen. I don't know what I did it on. Anyway, but yeah, those are my colors. Oh, and happy 4th of July weekend. Oh, yes. So we wore red, white, and blue. We're
about almost a week early, but yeah.
Yeah. But we won't see you guys. Okay.
We've heard the fireworks already.
Oh gosh, we don't have any here out by us, thank goodness. We will, but not legally.
Well, the tents opened Thursday. I guess they're open for a week. And so where they sell the fireworks, I think they used to be open longer, but I don't know if that's something new. But I just saw the sign saying they were going to open on the 27th. So hopefully that means a little less of them because it's just.
Yeah. My kids will be gone over 4th of July, so I'll have Millie and Pippa, and neither one of them like storms or fireworks. So
yeah,
they'll be scared. Okay, you got anything else?
No, I just have a couple retreat updates.
I just have one more.
Okay.
This is my Serenity. Oh, it's so pretty. She's a big girl. Maybe say he's a big boy. I don't know. I don't want to say she's a big girl.
But she's pretty.
She's so pretty.
Not as pretty as us, but...
No, not ever. And boy, were we pretty this morning. We got our time zones all mixed up this morning. So
I just think everyone lives in the same time zone.
Yeah, everybody lives in the Central Time Zone. So these are all the called for threads, DMC and some Weeks Dye Works and some classic. So it's kind of
pretty.
It's real pretty. And this is done on R&R Reproductions, 36 count. Ligonier latte. Did I say that right?
I think so. It's pretty.
This is so pretty. So I took this to the doctor's office, which
was neutral. It's very neutral.
Yeah,
maybe has a little bit of green undertones.
I think so. Anyway, this is not something to take to the doctor's office. Doctor's offices do not have bright lights, so I had to undo my leaf wreath kind of out there. It's big. So I don't know what you're saying. So I got that much. Peekaboo. I got that much done. So and that's really it. That's all I worked on, except my sewing room. Like, hi, honey. Okay, that's it for my whips.
Okay, so I was working on updating the website. I got some information about upcoming retreats, and one that is happening in just a couple weeks in Sugar Land, Texas is the Stitching Bee Retreat. It's July 12th at 9 a.m. to July 14th at 10 a.m. And I believe it's at the Marriott in Sugar Land, and it has $150 to attend, and they have a market, pop-up market. They have I know it's an exchange of Christmas ornaments. I'm guessing it's optional. They'll have a table where you can give away things you aren't going to work on, or pick up things that other people are discarding. And it also has 2 optional classes to learn peyote beading. So it has 2 of those. And then I just got an email from Linnie Stitches, and she is going to have another virtual retreat in July, and it runs from 6 p.m. Friday, July 19th until midnight on Saturday the 20th, and that's Eastern time. That's Eastern time zone. And events include a community whip parade. I don't know how that's going to happen, but that would be interesting. The speed dating, if you had gone to the one in the last December, what was that called?
Jingle
Ball. They did that speed dating. There's stitching tables, and there's going to be a tutorial on customizing your own stitchy case, and that will be $8 for that weekend. And then there's another one coming up that I put on the website, and it's coming up in Boise, Idaho. I think it's in August. So I think it's Stitching on the River or something. I'm sorry, I thought I had put that information in my notes, and I didn't. So you can check on my website. But if you're interested in going to one in Boise, there is one coming up in I believe it's August, and it said the featured designer is Jeanette Douglas. So good. Anyway, some good stuff coming up.
Speaking of speed dating, that was something I was going to say with Mason and his roommate. You can pick your roommates, unless you don't have one, but pick your roommate online, and it's like Tinder. You swipe right or you swipe left. Which is, in a way, I guess I think about it back when we went to college, and it's just like you got who you got, But if you're a late night, I like to stay up late. And if somebody wants to go to bed early, that's.
But don't they ask you that, and it seems like back in when my kids went, they asked you those kinds of things.
Yeah, but I think it's like, are you sports? Just what are some of your likes, dislikes? So you have some things in common too. So, but I thought that was, technology.
Yeah, that's interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, that they do the swipe left, swipe right kind of thing.
What the kids are used to.
I know. Yeah. So anyway, okay.
Yeah, I just mentioned. So I talked about not getting much stitching time because of my travel. Then also I've spent a lot of time in the garden, and I was just thinking about, a year ago and more, when I was working, there'd be so many really nice days where I'd be in the office all day, and by the time you get home, you're either too tired to do anything, and I'd be couldn't wait for the day when I'd have all day to go out for a walk or to work in the yard. So I'm really feel fortunate to be able to be home this summer and to be able to go out in the morning and putter around.
I love the mornings.
I usually go out last thing at night and do some little thing, and so I'm out there as the sun's going down, and it's just, other than getting bit by flies.
Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here. I have got so many bites on me,
so
and I'm sitting here.
To do that.
Can I do this now? Because my back is itching so bad.
Yeah, that is the only bad part, but yeah.
Yeah, mosquitoes are
So I'm
crazy.
really enjoying that. So I'm sorry I don't have too much to show, but that's just I can't.
Well,
I
let's
don't.
see.
Sorry, not sorry, because I really am enjoying doing
I know.
that.
I mean,
There'll be times.
let's see.
Are we doing Christmas in July or no?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
I want to thank Stitching Goddess. I found this T-shirt online, and it says "Stash acquired beyond life expectancy." So I think that's really cute. It's got the sable up at the top. So thank you.
Perfect.
I'm gonna wear it.
Well, and speaking of sable, I had to succumb to Beth Twist is selling candles in her shop, and so she does have a sable candle, except Beth, I believe these should all be capitalized.
Oh, I gotta smell that.
And it says, smells like I need another lifetime. And I picked, you can pick different scents for depending on what your candle is. I think this is rosemary something.
Ooh, that smells fresh.
It smells very florally. I was trying to get something. I'm not huge on florals. I like more herbal kind of scents. But
those are fun.
So if you were wondering, that's the size. It's, what is it? It's, like 12 ounces or something.
So you haven't burned it yet?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
I do more candles in the fall and winter.
I do too. So. I mean, Hobby Lobby has one now. Don't y'all go out and buy it, because then I won't find it. But they have, it's called Cinnamon Embers. Oh my gosh. It's not overly cinnamon. It's kind of spicy. It's my favorite candle.
Sounds good.
So, I mean, if you want to send me one. Let's see. Why did the shark think his meals tasted funny?
I don't know.
He ate a clownfish.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, so we're coming up on July, and a lot of people I know kind of focus on some of their Christmas pieces and do like a Christmas in July theme. So I just pulled some things that these are all things either I've already started that would be possibilities to work on in July, or things I have kitted up and you just never know, might just get a whim to start it.
There you go. Okay.
So, do you want to? Okay.
I didn't bring any. Just my prairie schools.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
Well, I'll zip through it this time, and Linnie can show you what she's doing next time. So this is something I started, and this is talking about prairie schoolers. I started this to celebrate our friend Ginger Shull's birthday, and a lot of people were working on, is it Santa's Tree Farm? And I was out of town when they started, and so I went to actually Colorado Cross Stitchers shop, and I picked up this one to work on December. And I haven't gotten back to working on this recently, but
oh, I like that.
It's really small. This is on 40 count Newcastle linen, Weeks Dye Works.
Oh, I like prairie schooler on that light fabric. Oh, that's pretty.
And I have enough. I could do a few more. Like I know I have the February one and that sort of thing. I'm done to doing the tree branches, and I changed. Let's see. I changed the brown. Okay. They had the snowflakes in brown, and I changed them into this kind of a blue, and I think that when I get down here and do the snow, I'll have the blue in that, so I think that'll tie together.
Oh, I love that fabric. Well, I love the pattern.
All right. Put it away for you. Then this is one I started, and this is another one. This is my theme. I'll have to do some unstitching on this. Joy to the World. And this is by Erin Elizabeth Designs. And I know what I'm doing this on. Let's see. Is it Dove Gray? I guess I didn't write it down. But I've messed up. I'm really close to being done with that, but I know I've kind of messed up on the wreath. So I'm going to have to do some unstitching and redo it on the wreath, and then so that the bow in the middle will fit. But love that one. Another one that I started last year, and I was doing this with some friends from the Hobby House retreat that I attended last year. Oh, I guess I just copied this. This is actually from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitches magazine. And this is also available now as a standalone pattern from Teresa Kitten Stitcher. It's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And sorry, I didn't want to be carrying the magazine around because it just got heavy in this. So I just have, it looks like I just have copies of the pattern itself. So I'm sorry. I will see if I can insert a picture of the finished piece here. But that's how it's looking. And do I know what I'm doing this on? I don't know. It's pretty linen. I'm pretty sure it's 40 count. Let me see if I have
It's got that green back. I think it's got a little bit of green in it also. Oh yeah, it definitely has green in it. That green really.
Oh, here's my card. This is on 40 count LFA millstone. So there's that leash.
Boy, that's pretty.
Yeah,
I love that green.
that was I was part of their Fabric of the Month club. I think I got that as part of their Fabric of the Month club. This is not one that I have started yet, but this is one that our stitch group is doing together, and we got it. I have it kitted up. I think I got this kitted up from Farm Girl Dry Goods, and that's Light of Winter. And that's how it looks in the kit. So
I haven't done too much. I think I got some of the top border done.
oh, the
You guys
border!
are ahead
I
of me.
love those. You've probably seen someone working. I love those reindeer. I love her reindeer.
Yeah, I think Brandy and
Okay.
anyway.
This is one I was thinking about starting on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve last year, and I just decided instead of doing 2 hours, I think I did 3 hours in each of the ones that I started. And that was from this book that was re-released last year. Where is it? And it's Holly Manor.
I have a book too. Thank you, Renee.
And I think I'm going to do this on, this is on 40 count chocolate milk fabrics by Stephanie.
They're the prettiest fabric.
Yeah, isn't it? I think I might have got that when we were at, I think I actually ordered it and picked it up when we were at Galleria last year. So I think those colors will look good on that. All right.
And cute bags. Look at this bag. Little gingerbread.
And I think that is Vintage Owl Lady. A bag by Vintage Owl Lady. And then another one I have loved forever. So many people have done this. Noel Sampler by Brenda Gervais. She has her deer and very long, elegant bodies. So I have that kitted up here with 40 count honey. Not sure who's the linen's by.
Oh, you get me all excited for Christmas. We gotta get through fall.
I know. It's nice to, I know we said we were going to do our ornaments a little earlier this year, but so pretty.
I picked my ornament out. I picked my ornament out for this year
Okay.
to share.
Oh.
So it hasn't come yet. But I can't wait.
Another possibility, and did we see someone doing this one, or was it another one of her chicken coop ones? The Deck the Coop Pin Keep from Stacy
That's
Nash.
the one that's a lot bigger than.
It says it's only 7 by 7. I don't know where you saw it, but not sure what this linen is.
Oh, I like that linen too.
And this is very green.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one.
I'm not seeing the name on it anywhere. Oh wait.
Oh, there
here
it is.
Fox and Rabbit. Oh, this is Saltbush, 40 count Saltbush.
I remember that.
Which I think is, no, it was done on Patriot's Brew. It's not the called for linen. So, that's how that will look. I love this one. Two more possibilities. This is one I used to be part of the Dying to Stitch Quaint Ladies Club, and Pineberry Lane was the designer for those, and 1 year think it was maybe Christmas theme all year. And Joyo Noel. Yeah. So pretty. So this came as a kit.
Colors.
So I think this is on cream brulee, 36 count cream brulee with Weeks Dye Works.
Oh, that red and green looks so good.
I mean, this would not take that. And this, let's see, this is 141, I think. What did I see? 119 by 119.
But there's some blank
and there's
space
a lot of
on
white
it.
space in there, so I don't think that would take very long. I would really love to get that done this year.
Get right on that, Rose.
Okay, finally one more prairie schooler. I started this and didn't like how it was looking on the linen, so I picked something else. This is just a classic. This is their Happy Christmas pattern. And I just want to do all the rows of the houses. I know.
I have that one.
Yeah.
I do have that.
And
do it
so,
together.
trying to think what this is. This is black fat linen.
I like all these trees.
Those are the called for colors, so.
Oh, look, I did see the squirrels in the trees.
Oh, fun.
Little squirrels in the trees.
So whatever, I don't remember why I think maybe I wasn't doing it on black, I was doing it on chalkboard, or I was doing it on something that had more gray in it and didn't care for it. I'm not sure what it was, but so I do need to restart that. Yeah, and I bet it's a 36 because instead of a 40, because it's really hard to see the holes on a 40.
I imagine.
All right.
Did this go in this way?
Okay.
Well,
So
sorry,
those
I
were just
forgot. I forgot.
It's just some possibilities. We just have a few things going on. So, the stash, when we were out in Portland, there was one day when family was out doing other things, and then we were going to meet and go to the park in the afternoon with the kids. And so I talked my husband into doing a quick run to Acorns and Thread, which...
You're that close.
The bad part about being in Vancouver is having to go into Portland or go from Portland to Vancouver. There's always a lot of traffic. And so we went kind of in the middle of the day, and I've never been there before, so it was very, very fun to stop in there. It was Thursday. They had a Thursday stitch group, so got to see what all the ladies were working on for the Thursday stitch group. And Janine graciously gave us both the coveted bags, Yay! Acorn and Thread bags.
Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Roberta.
And since we were on a bit of a time constraint, I couldn't really make a decision about any patterns, or, and I'm just kind of from looking at everything, I have a lot to stitch, but I always love my books. So I picked up, I think this is the latest one from Whitney Antiques, Choice and Precious Works. And I haven't really had time to look through it. It's what?
Is that a box?
It's a box, and then a lot of these things were in the box. It says it's Elizabeth
treasures.
Hall and Friends, and these were created between 1650 and 1750.
Oh my!
So, just just tons of beautiful things. Just every page has beautiful, beautiful photos on it, and. So I do. This is on my nightstand to read when I finish my current book, but lots and lots of eye candy. These books are just so well made and just so informative. So,
well, when you get up to Portland, you cannot not go.
No, I was really glad we were able to make it, even though it was not for very much time. So.
One thing I forgot, I was hidden, and I know I showed this when we first started, but I'll show it again. This was an idea that came from Charisma's Corner. She's a quilter and an embroiderist, but I had made, it's a pillow, I think I have it upside down. And I made all these little pennies. And then embroidered different stitches, trying some of my stitches. And then I put our names on it, and I put our grandkids and kids on there. And so It was something fun to do. I only have 4 more to go. I need to get back to that. Okay.
Okay. We had a giveaway last time.
My quilt.
Okay, yes. Okay. Getting ahead of myself here.
I know. We have more. Okay. Ready to go?
Yes. Okay.
We're on. Hi, I'm Linnie. I'm so pretty.
Oh, sorry. We don't have a little red light.
Okay.
Making me snort.
Gosh, I lost my train of thought. I started this quilt, oh gosh, it's been over 10 years ago. But I've seen kind of a resurgence of our paper piecing and for our granny squares or hexie, I mean, whatever you want to do with your hex. So I thought I'd show this. It's not quilted. It's stitched. Every one is stitched by hand. So here is my grandmother's flower. Whoops. Here is my grandmother's flower garden. There we go. So I'm going to come this way. Now I don't use paper piecing. I'll show you what I use.
It's beautiful. It's just really pretty.
And on the back side you can see I've hand stitched all the flowers together.
I just can't imagine how long that would take. Your stitches are so petite.
Well, we'll see when I wash it. I like to use, and I have a little box that I keep them in that's got hexies on it. How about that? I like to use I got one done. This one. Got some of the path done. These little plastic. Sorry. I like to use these little plastic hexies. I think these are 2-inch.
How do you get them out?
Okay. This little wooden stick. And after I've sewn them together, like I've sewn these two together, then you just take this little stick to the
You only
middle.
have to sew 2 together before you do that?
Yes, you shouldn't take these out until you've sewed them together. That's why I have them, the 2 still in, because I've got to sew some more around it. But I can, and then I just poke that little wooden, and it comes out, and then you can reuse them.
Wow.
So I've seen them at the quilt stores. But yeah, and I would just make, I got some color, or they didn't have the clear ones, so I got some colored ones. But yes, I love to do this also. And I guess maybe these are paper, but they have the holes in them so I can pop them out. This is just I think it was
Just like a dowel with rounded edges.
Yeah,
Or rounded ends.
I did buy it at a quilt store, so I think it's, but that's all there is to it. But I can just sit there and cut. I just take scissors and cut my fabric around there. So like here's this. Oh, there's one I started and did a little embroidery in the middle of it for another project. But yeah, these are very relaxing. Oh, so, not that one. Not that one. I must have got the bias. Here's one. So, I think these are 2 inches. And then I would just put them around the plastic. No, I didn't get that one cut. And I just would fold them down and start my stitching. And anyway, I love to do this.
Do you iron them?
No, because it stretches.
Okay.
It stretches out. So anyway, I noticed that you all were kind of doing it and bringing it back, and it's like I wanted to share with you that I've got to finish getting it quilted. Okay.
Okay.
But my only haul that I have was I got another cottage garden. This is called House Barn, but I'm not gonna do the cows. I'm gonna put little bees or something. I think cows just look funny in the air. But that's me. But I love all the sunflowers in the barn. So I'll add that to my stash. Okay.
Okay. So what are your plans for like the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, I have some.
Okay. I'm gonna do this so the light's not there. Reflecting.
Oh, I'll see what I can get done on my 4th of July. I know I'm going to work on Christmas, and I got the Mighty Acorn burning a hole.
Oh yeah.
And with my Vicki Clayton silks, and I want to start that so bad. But I'll pull out my Christmas whips. Lordy knows I have quite a few. But that's what's kind of fun part in July. Mm-hmm. So it's hotter than heck. Mm-hmm. So bring out some Santas and snowmen.
I think, yeah.
What about you?
Traveling, I might just take one thing with me. And I thought I might do this on the last one, and I ended up taking American Welcome. So it'll either be American Welcome or Oh Joyous Day. And then I also thought about pulling out the Smith sampler. I can't really do that in the airport or on a plane though. So, but I could do it at my son's house if Enzo takes a nap or, when he goes to bed. But I'll just have to, I guess.
I know what I want. I know what I'm really going to work on. Because I was going through I reorganized all my project bags. I have Christmas, and then other fall, and then I've got other holidays, and then I have like samplers and sewing things and stuff like that. But I found and that's probably the truth. I found it. My Old Winter. The deer. Mm-hmm. I looked at that and I was like,
from the primitive hair.
Yes, and it's like, I'm further along than I thought I was. So I don't know if I can get that done before Christmas or not, but I found that one and I pulled it out. So I said, and then I want to work on that Carolyn Manning. Do some on that, but
Halloween or Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Christmas has really got me.
Okay.
I mean, I have a lot done on the Halloween, so I thought I'll do Christmas and kind of catch up with it, and then I know they won't be done this year, but kind of work back and forth.
Yeah.
Do a square a day, a week.
Well, I want to
do so much.
I wanted to get American Welcome done by Labor Day. I just don't know how. It's not a huge piece, but I know there's just all that water, and just doing the outline of the house, there was a lot of details to do in that, and so it's going to probably take longer than what you think. So,
and I think that's part of it. That strawberry, the round strawberry, I was really surprised at how much that focuses, because there's different greens, so there's a little bit of confetti in there. When you look at it, you think, oh, that's small, 3 colors, 4 colors, no big deal.
That's what we always think.
But, one green and the same greens over here. So, it's a little tougher than you think. But I don't know. I want to do my gingerbread village. I haven't, and I've had that for, I don't know how, 2 years, 3 years. So I'd like to at least, and I decided, because I started doing it individually, and now I want to do it on one. I think it takes away from it when you do them individually. I think
it looks nice when they're all together. There's 9 of them.
9 of them.
Yeah.
So
that'd be pretty.
I pulled that one out too, but you'll see those the next time I bring them out.
Okay. All right. So our plan is to be back. We have a calendar right here. I could kind of see what the date might be. Probably July 13th. Lucky number 13.
Okay.
So
is that Friday the 13th?
It is Friday the 13th.
Okay, we wore black.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do our Halloween.
Yes. Get our hats out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and so in the meantime, I don't know, is there, oh, you have a nighttime.
Oh, I do have a little story, bedtime story for us. Okay.
See, I just feel because I've been doing so much gardening, it's like I haven't been in like the cross-stitch mode here, and so.
It's okay, you're pretty. We love you. Okay, an elderly couple were having dinner at another couple's house. After the meal, the husbands retired to the smoking room for cigars and brandy. As the two elderly gents were talking, one says, "Last night we went to this fabulous new restaurant, a great restaurant. You should go there." The other man says, "What's the name of this restaurant?" The man thinks long and hard, and he goes, "I'll think of it. It's near Main Street. I know the name. It's, oh wait, I got it. What's the name of that flower? You know, the one that's red and has thorns. What's the name of that flower?" And his friend says, "Oh, you mean a rose. Yeah, that's it. Rose." He turns to the kitchen and he yells, "Hey, Rose, what's the name of that restaurant we went to last night?" The end.
That just hits kind of close to home.
I know.
So, yeah.
Oh, we went to, we have a Mexican restaurant. It's in Overland Park called Torreon's. Oh my gosh, it's the best Mexican restaurant I think I've ever been to.
Oh, really?
Have you ever been there? Mm-mm. Oh gosh, it's so good. Anyway, so we got to eat out last night.
Oh, very fun. When we were in Portland, we went to a German restaurant called Stampish, and then we went out for ice cream. I went out for ice cream afterwards. I think it was called Salt and Snow, maybe. But anyway, both were really, really good. So Stampish was really small, but it was in a really cute little neighborhood.
What kind of food did they have?
Well, German, like sausages.
Oh, okay.
And,
schnitzel and...
Yeah, and, sauerkraut and
my kind of
beets food. And, all that kind of good stuff. So it was good.
Okay, one last. What did the tourists say when they were leaving the Statue of Liberty?
I don't know.
Keep in torch.
Right.
Okay, we love you guys.
Good to see you today, and we look for. We had the giveaway.
Oh, we did. So we are out of it. I'm following you.
So, the winner, I had a pin set from Jersey Girl, from Teresa of Jersey Girl Stitch Co., a beautiful pin set, and the winner of that is Maggie Watt 7911, and her comment was, "I love watching you both. You ladies make my day happy. A pretty pin is also special. Is always special." So, and I'm sorry, I just mailed out the giveaways from our last video today or tomorrow. I have them packed and ready to go, and I'm sorry, I'm just behind getting those out.
Okay, and I've got all mine out too. And Christy, I'm sorry that I missed your name, but anyway, hopefully you've received it by now. The winner for the word was happy, for Happy Jack, and the comment said, "I love watching you both."
No, that one. Sorry, this one.
Oh,
I didn't get that one.
It says,
right.
"Makes me working on applique makes me happy." Sorry, and that is. Oh yeah, I guess you want to know the name. Jody Charney, 3642. So congratulations, ladies. We appreciate it.
Yep.
So thank you for watching.
So if you were the winner, please email me at SABLE Stitcher 22. I'll give my personal email. SABLE Stitcher 22 at gmail.com. SABLE Stitcher singular, and send me your address, and we will get it out as soon as we get our acts together.
Keep in torch. Bye, y'all.
Happy 4th for those who celebrate.
Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.